Good evening everybody, welcome back to Contest of Speed Tier 2. We're live from Zandvoort for the second round around this circuit. Round 15 of the championship in total. My name is Dan, I'll be your commentator this evening. Sat alongside me as always. Bless him. He keeps me on the straight and narrow. Matt's here.
Good evening, Danny. Good evening.
No.
Yeah, we're fast approaching the end of the season, aren't we?
We are.
Races to go. Looks a bit overcast and grey out there this evening, but people are going out on the soft tyre, so that indicates two things. It's probably going to be a dry start to the race, but it could be wet on qualifying.
Could be.
Actually, a rush for a change out on the track.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys heading out early. Thomas, of course, still the first one out. As per. Keeps up his record. Oh, Spod's in the chat straight away. Says if Blade scores points, he'll give 2 subs.
Honestly, put together a decent qualifying last night. Or was it 195?
I don't know what he was.
He was very much in the mix early doors, but then
He was, wasn't he?
as the track evolved.
Yeah, he sort of fell away a bit, but we'll see how he does tonight. So we've got Dan out on the mediums at the moment, Roland and Jay Prentice in the pits on the mediums. So we'll see if they choose to actually go out on them. Roland has. Thomas is the first man to start his lap, and I believe we've got some housekeeping to do.
Yes, we have. The good news is, and it is extremely good news, all seats that should be filled are either filled by EU2 drivers or reserves, which are all EU3 drivers.
Yes, they are indeed.
16 EU2 drivers, 3 reserves, 19 people in the grid.
Yeah.
That just needs to be filled.
Well, hopefully that'll be filled by this time next week.
Both of them,
Yes,
actually.
both of them now, yeah, because Robbins had to step away. Blade's standing in tonight as Thomas invalidates his first run. So we'll move away. And Kaladra is the next man out. Got himself a good podium last time out in... Oh, where were we 2 weeks ago? Canada, that's the one.
So we didn't race last week. Thanks, Cody's.
Yeah, well, it wasn't Cody's for once. Sony doing us dirty.
Yeah, some things you could do, and some things you couldn't. But setting up F1 lobbies were not great. So unfortunately, they missed Hungary, which did we decide is going to get rerun?
Yes, Hungary will be rerun on the 24th.
Instead of Vietnam.
And then Vietnam will be run on the 22nd of December.
It was quite a landslide, wasn't it?
Well, from those who took part in the poll, yes, it was.
Any other news?
Stumpy's on the wheel tonight. First race on that. You might see a Williams as well. KV has been. Finally, KV has been replaced, but it's not by someone you'd expect.
It's back, Daddy.
He's dropped down the tiers because he's also moved to the wheel. A lot of guys move to the wheel at the minute. It's an interesting time. Blades, of course, as well, doing his second race on the wheel after last night, assuming he is on the wheel.
Yeah.
Is he?
Totally did on the wheel last night, yeah.
Well, he
100%.
raced on it. He didn't qualify on it, I found out today.
I wouldn't even believe that. I don't think he raced on the wheel last night.
We've got a Ferrari facing backwards, just coming through sector 2. Is he off? Oh yeah, turn 1. Straight on at turn 1.
That is a very unusual place to lose it.
Very, yeah.
Now, I also wouldn't think he's the person to crash out on purpose. We've seen a couple recently, actually, real disconnections. Pivo being off 3-0 as well.
Well, there's that. It could be anything. He could have just clipped the grass on the outside and lost it. You never know if he's trying to open up the corner.
Very, very strange.
Yeah, we'll see how he goes. Let's jump to our teammates then. Let's go to Tichy.
No pressure, boys, but good points all from us last night. Well, until Stewart's reviews.
Well, you never know.
You'll be alright. It's not me.
Well,
you can worry about.
Say that. Tichy then, coming around to start his first run. We're riding on board. Do you want to do the honours and get your turn this week?
No, I'm alright.
Fair enough.
I'm not going to embarrass myself because Thomas was putting out all the.
Was he pulling out all the Dutch words?
Yeah, he was.
Do you know what? I'll do it and make a fool of myself. Bear with. Let me get a track map because I've not done my research.
Oh, well, I've got the penalties and standings in front of me. So. I'm more than happy to tell the people what's going on in EU2. EU2, we found out yesterday, 21 drivers have picked up a penalty point this season. That's pretty impressive considering there's only supposed to be 20 people on the grid.
Yeah.
Most are for little things like pressing eggs, not handing foot, things like that, so just really silly ones to pick up. And the leader of that is Jonathan Cox, who's not here this season. Rowan has replaced him. Captain trying to... I don't want to disrespect him here, but pick this good run of form he's got going on at the moment. Been very handy in qualifying, and quite handy in the races as well. No bans at all in terms of qualifying and race bans, that's all good. So we just have the small matter of the championship standings, Danny. And yeah, Danish dominance.
Yeah, well, it's a privileged position for them all to be in, I think. Nothing against them, of course. They are the quickest men and have been all season, but it would be nice to have some variety near the top.
Obviously, Dynastics joined in late. Probably would be a lot closer, although Trace is still going to be a little bit worried.
Well, we worked it out last time, didn't we? That
he can still win the championship, can't he?
Yeah, as long as he finishes second behind Dynastics. Yeah, every race for the rest of the season he'll win it by, I think it was 16 points.
Yeah. Haas look to have it in the bag if they continue their run and form. No disrespect to Dan and Donnello that's just come into the seat, but I don't think those boys are going to be able
to pull that back. No, I think since KV since KV left, I think there's been a bit of a problem with that one. I'm looking at the track map now. I'm just going back as Lewis goes 7th with a 109.2. I'm looking at the track map, and what I've noticed is a lot of the corners are named after things, particularly sponsors or car brands. Which is quite, particularly in sectors 2 and 3, they seem to be very. They seem to all be sponsored.
Dynastics has just improved, Danny. So head of Andreas. You know, Caladri's got himself improved up to second, and so coming on pole. So.
Just watching Don Armo as the back end snakes through turns 2 and 3.
These guys have already smashed the pole time of yesterday. Top 4 from EU3 pole, all in the 108.9s, separated by less than a tenth. So it was a very tight in qualifying yesterday, and very tight in the race. And it was chaotic.
Don Armo struggling there with keeping it on the island.
Yeah, it was good viewing for the guys that came in and watched last night. It wasn't particularly good viewing from our standpoint as the drivers.
Oh, I had a great time.
Oh, Dynastics has lost it, though.
Yeah, he has, coming out of turn 11.
Oh, yeah, that dropped on the edge of the curb. That's quite easy. Dan is improving, by the way, 6 tenths. He's going to get himself right up there towards the likes of Andreas. hugs the inside line, and it's going to be 108, 186. Wow.
Puts himself second. Good lap from Dan.
Bit of a quality specialist at the moment.
He is, isn't he? He's pulling out those laps. He's, I'm not going to do well this week. I'm not going to keep up with those guys. Should we put some pressure on Stumpy?
No, leave him alone, please. As long as he's out there, that's fine.
Yeah. Jay Prentice then, deputising tonight for the Wizard.
We hope he will return pretty soon.
Yes, with all his faculties intact.
Oh, Ethan, Jesus! Right, that little chicane as you go into the little hairpin towards the end of that. Like a lot of curve through there.
Jay Prentice coming into the pits. 110 flat at the moment.
There's a lot of guys out there that people may or may not know, depends if they've been listening the last few weeks, that have changed things since the start of the season or even before the season. So for example, with Dan come with no traction, we've got Ethan, Stumpy,
Donamo now.
All moved to the wheel in recent times. See someone like Jay Prentice is getting used to being in EU3 and has been fairly competitive this season.
Yes. Titchy's gone no traction as well. Blades on the wheel. So yeah, it's an evolution of driving. That's what it is.
I think that's where it just shows like the overlap again between 2 and 3.
Yeah, which is what we want really.
Mr. Falk, who's making his debut appearance tonight, Danny.
Is it? Oh, is this his first one?
It is, because he was due to race last week, I think. But obviously, Sony said no.
Oh, he's gone wide through turn 6.
Obviously, should have been racing a couple of weeks ago. Had some wheel/base issues. He's going to get that set off. He's got it back, which is good. Now he's racing for the first time. He's another IFR guy.
It's not another Dane, is he?
Well, you know, some say.
Is it? Oh no, they're everywhere.
You can blame Andreas for that. That's his fault.
Yeah, I can. If he ends up on the podium tonight, I will.
Well, I should be excited to see how he does.
Yeah, it'd be good fun. Be a good watch. Coming around at starter lap now then. Let's ride on board with him. Assuming this glitch with his glaze right. Brain before mouth. Glitch with his gears doesn't continue. Seems to be holding up.
Interesting, you take very different lines through there. I saw last night different drivers were experimenting. I think it's just down to personal feel, that corner.
He's backed out of the lap.
So that'd be a one-shot qualifying. Well, I say one-shot qualifying. He's probably got just over 4 minutes left. Timing is usually.
Yeah, it'll depend on the number of sets he's used, won't it?
Like safety car, you may need to have a spare set left, but as we found out last night, it can work, or sometimes it can't work.
Yeah, got slow moving Andreas, just letting some guys go.
So the calm before the storm.
Everybody heading back to the pits now. Getting ready to go for that one final run, that no holds barred run.
Let's have a look, see if we've got a weather update in the chat. Brilliant. That's what I'd like to see. Let's have a weather update. Blades, where are you? Well, we'll just have to presume it's a dry race then.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh, Joel's in there, he says dry and dry.
Oh, lovely.
There we go.
Joel. You for the engineering plants.
Should be in there for Blades and Jay Prentice, won't he? Yeah. Fallen then in a solid P8 at the moment. They head out for his final run.
I've said the Red Bull boys are probably quiet. The quiet team that we don't really speak much of. Alba hasn't quite lived up to where we thought he would be in terms of the championship, but you know, he's now studying on for a Masters, so in terms of practice time he's struggling for that.
Yeah, yeah, over one lap he's still up there, and on his day in a race he's up there with the best of the guys here. So see how he takes to Zandvoort.
Still fifth in the championship, 88 points, just ahead of Dan, Robbo and Lewis. So that battle will continue once again.
So Fallen coming into the pits then. I don't know if he was there just to maybe give his teammate a tow and it's not worked, although Rabba has gone quickest, so possibly.
Just those small margins. There we go. Maybe you should just slag him up a little bit more often and he'll just go bang, there we go.
Yeah, you have it.
Boys, don't worry.
He's here all week. Asakome then on his outlap. The man who was on provisional pole in the Ferrari.
Just a couple of hundredths to find.
They're always the hardest to do. I pushed too hard yesterday on my final run. Ended up losing it. Thankfully Thomas didn't spot it.
Always eagle-eyed.
Yeah. Especially because I had to wait for about 6 cars to go through before I could go anywhere.
And Jack got himself up to a 109.6, so about the same
Good time.
as yesterday, I think.
Yeah, good time from Jay Prentice. Asakome then ready to spool up the turbos. Here we go, we're riding on board. We'll keep the time and the track map up on screen then, we can see on the right hand side. This track very hard on all parts of the car, tyres, gears and the engine of course. Dropping a gear to keep increases the downforce at the rear end. Very short sector 2 relative to the rest of the lap. Sector 1 the longest.
Jamie comes across the line, proves, goes to 7. Just a little bit of time at sector 3, was looking good though.
Oh, Asakome's gone! Final sector, he was 2/10 in the green. Lost it coming out of turn 11, similar to how Dynastics ended up retiring from the session. And we'll have to bail out of that lap. That would have been pole by around 2/10.
Dan doesn't improve position, just 4 thousandths improvement. Not quite much.
Calatra takes pole position, 108.578.
Roland gets himself up to a handy P11.
Prime position there for Roland then. And that's going to be it then. Dynastics having only set one serious time with a 108.9 stays P6. And Asakome is left to feel what might have been. He would have had pole position even with Caladra's late effort.
Top 2 in the championship, not in the top 4 for a change.
Yeah, yeah, it's interesting.
Fair way back for that, for both of them to be outside the top 4.
But they are together on track.
Once again,
yep. It'd be interesting to see how that pans out in the first couple of laps. So the first pole position in contest of speed then for Caladre with a time of 1:08.578. less than half a tenth behind him. Arbat in the Red Bull, his best qualifying for a fair few races now, I think, so he'll be pleased with that. Asakome making that late mistake to deny him his chance of pole position. Dan Robbo P4, Dracer P5, Dynastics P6 after that early retirement, Falk P7, Jamie P8, and I missed the rest of them.
Fallen P9, Lewis P10, Robin P11, Titch P12, Jay Prince P13, Wisey Boy P40, and then I am struggling.
So I could just check TAS.
You could, but
that would be too easy. That would be cheating.
It's overcast again.
Ooh. So then, while we're waiting for these guys to sort out their strategies, any setup tweaks they may want to make, I'm going to do my plugs, Matt.
Okay, mate.
I'm going to do my plugs. So
It's a couple of weeks without doing it.
I know. I've had a twitch about them all day. It's been great. It's been great. So if you want to sit back, relax, enjoy your beer, yeah.
Oh, cheers, mate. I will also see that Mr. Falk's pressed the button. Oh.
He has.
It's always the new ones.
It's always the new guy. So I better rush through my plugs. If you're enjoying Contest of Speed, make sure you hit follow on Twitch, subscribe if you are feeling generous. All the support is much and greatly appreciated. If you're watching this back later on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe and that like button. Share the video as well if you want to and are enjoying it. If you feel like you want to support Cos in a more way, we'll say, you can do so. Store, that's Twitch. No, it isn't. No. It isn't Twitch anymore. Different one.
Bye. Stay with me.
No! That's contestofspeed.live/merch. That's the merch store. Head over there and have a look. We've got some new items released recently, including Sign of the Times, but face masks out. If you want to grab one to support some of your favourite Cos activities. Zach, thank you very much for following. See, the plugs work, Matt. The plugs work.
I mean, well done, Zach, for actually listening. I understand a word you said then. I was missing words out of your sentences, but we move on. It's fine.
Right. Sorry about that, everybody. This should be...
Hello.
It should be good now, yeah?
I can hear you better. Yeah, thank you.
Ah, excellent. Excellent. So which bit of the plugs didn't we get?
It's fine. You can do it a little bit at the end.
I'll do it at the end, yeah.
Outside the top 10 though, Danny, more importantly, everyone is on the mediums. Other than Donama's gone on the hards and Jake has gone on the softs.
Donamo has big respect from me.
Yes, because this kind of worked and kind of did all the comments of people in the comments, doesn't it? Why is he not fitted?
It's because I'm people, that's why. I'm either that or I'm a tactical genius. You decide which.
Oh.
Thank you, Blaze. I'll deal with them later. We get ready to go racing then. 5 red lights. We get a glitch tonight. We wait for the revs to build. Here we go then. Caladra is the first man to go. And there we have it. Good start from Thomas at the back there. I see getting himself ahead of Stumpy and Rosa, but it's a Haas leading into turn 1. Caladre leads the field, followed by Arba and Asakome. Dan holds P4.
Oh, just about.
That is as you were. And now Dracer gets ahead of down into 4th place. Crucially for him in that championship battle, he's got a gap now between him and Dynastics. But Dan's fighting back. Contact between the two. Dracer's gone.
Oh no.
Dracer is out.
I already knew that was going to happen because we saw Robert and Ricky. It's right. I've come back from behind the bed. It's fine.
Yeah. So Dynastics now with a clear run at his championship rival. Of course, he's now out of the race. Unfortunate for Andreas. Let's see.
Surprised VSC or safety car considering
Yeah.
Andre's bounced back into the line of fire. I'll be surprised if Dynastics Rovers run wide out the final corner. Blades is going to have him down the inside. That's going to be a bit brave.
Yeah, Blades is carrying wing damage as well at the moment, so it's going to be very scary for Dan and Dynastics side by side through turn 1. Dynastics will have the inside for 2, but Dan will have it for 3. Oh, contact again! And then Falk's lurking behind.
Here we go again.
Dynastics will go for that move. Dan with his connection chopping a little bit at the moment.
It's okay to me, but that's because I'm in the same house. So
yeah.
Feisty start.
Fodes and Titch.
First time that we've seen Wheels will actually go slightly wrong this week.
No.
A lot is at stake, and people, you know.
Well, the thing is, both of them were side by side. Neither had to give that up.
No, and that's the problem.
Yeah, and we're all competitive to one degree or another. I don't particularly want to say anything about that incident. We saw the edges of it.
And move on.
Yep. I'm sure those two will have it out after the race if they feel there's a problem. By then, keeping Caladre honest at the front.
Be more Danny's end if it's freezy.
Is it the stream?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll keep an eye on it. Just keep going.
Okay.
Quite fortunate actually, Dynastics on 2 occasions there not to get front wing damage. Obviously, maybe with Andreas spearing back across the track and on my screen actually hit him. And then there with Dan, so interesting stuff. Lewis is up to 8, so loving the softs at the moment.
Yeah, good job from Lewis. But it's in tyre order at the moment. Donamo the only odd one out. Dan pushing hard, he's got himself within DRS of Asakome. That will make the overtake for Dynastics a lot harder.
On the outside, saw a couple of moves down there yesterday. Gets that one done on Lewis, so these two are going to be fighting first tail all race. It's all about looking after that ERS. It's so important around here. It's quite difficult to get packs and to use it effectively.
You do. I mean, depending on their setups. I mean, I found out last night when I was being chased by Robert that if you deploy it coming out of the final corner, you don't actually need more than about 15-20%. To be able to keep someone behind. The straight's not long enough for the DRS to have a massive impact, as long as you have a good exit.
Dynastics going to run outside down around the chicane. And they touch. Dan's going to go down the inside.
It's going for the switch back. Contact between the two. They keep it out of the wall. Dan holds position, but crucially will lose that DRS from Asakome.
Oh, it's getting feisty, boys. Chill out.
Here comes Dynastics. And it's a simple move in the end for the Renault man.
These two are fighting so hard, but they've still got a 2.5 second gap to Falcon 6.
Yeah.
Looks like he's struggling a touch. Got Fallen actually. Fallen's doing really good, to be fair. I feel.
Oh yeah, I just saw the chop on the playback. Sorry. For following, the stream's not normally like this. I'm going to jump on board with Asakome, I think.
Was on a spin but no damage, so he can stay out. And Sakome and Arba hunting down
Galadre, who took defensive action on the straight to break the toe.
falling up to 6th, and he's got that spare ARS, he used it well.
Good man. Can you take over for a second, Matt? I'm just going to try and sort this stream out.
Lovely jubbly. So let's have a wander around the field. Let's have a look. Still Galadre that leads, Arba in 2nd. So coming in 3rd, then we have a gap to Dynastics and Dan, who's just fallen off the back of it. Fallen's resurging through the grid up to 6th. Seems to have good pace at the moment on the softs. Falcon is the buffer for that group, and that goes all the way down to Jay Prent, who's just joined the back of it. So one needs some good points. He's reserved. Wisey Boy in a good position on the mediums, 3.5 seconds back, but he has got the likes of Roland, Tichy, Thomas, the company, Don Ammo as the only one that's gone slightly different, so still very much in the game. Very, very tight, as Sakome doesn't get past Arba, saving that ERS though, 75% now for the Ferrari driver. They're probably just going to wait, set up the move, save the RS, fuel, whatever they need to do through this twistier section that is now going into Sector 2. This is where the tyres will overheat, we'll have to look after them very well. Softs at this point probably now starting to fall into the medium window. Always up, runs a little bit wide. Galadre not quite dropping him enough to get out of DRS range. For 3.1 seconds off. He's got out of the DRS of Falk. So can now concentrate on his consistency and see if he can catch up to the leading 5. Dynastics is now joining the back of this queue, so Galadre seemed to be struggling, not being able to pull away. Jamie's now passed Falk into turn 1. We've got a yellow flag, and that looks like Blades has just dropped it out of the final corner. It's quite easy to do. That is full front wing damage for the AlphaTauri driver.
Right, I'm back.
Right, don't worry about it.
What have I missed?
Not much. Blaze has had a spin. He's in pits.
Oh, another one. Bless him.
Dynastics has caught up to the leading group. He's dropped Dan, but Dan has actually gained a little bit and fallen. And now it's Jamie that's going to hunt down Fallen. So, interesting stuff. Wisey Boy Danny's nicely positioned, but has a train.
Ah. Yes, quite. I can see now. If you guys in the stream chat can let me know if that's fixed the stream quality. And then we'll jump off Asakome now. Let's have a look at Lewis. He seems like he's close behind Falk.
Yeah, thought about it actually on the run down to Russell. He's got such a good run.
Yeah, much better exit, hasn't he? Easy move.
Although you can fight back by going round the outside, but actually parked that quite well.
Yep. Position well taken and then defended by Lewis.
So Falk just dropping a couple of positions, well, a few positions after his good start. Oh, I think he nearly. No, that was just me then. One of the McLarens was nearly off there. I was worried.
I'm going to say Thaig. I don't know if that's right or not, but thank you for following. However your name is pronounced.
Oh.
Ethan! No!
I think he's okay.
Yeah, I think it was just the back end stepping, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, is he curbing? Blades lost. He's lost it.
2 laps in the line.
And we've got a full course safety car.
So this is soft runners are gonna love this. Actually, no. Actually, could everyone come in?
Everyone could. I've just seen the wreckage of that AlphaTauri. I think we will see the whole grid pit apart from Don Ammo.
Oh, get it stopped. That's a go, mate.
Hard tyres will go to the end from here, as they would from any point. They will do the whole race distance.
Dynastics had to really slow down in terms of the animation. That's probably cost them a little bit of time, which meant Dan is now, well, they're going to be behind the safety car, but would have come out a lot closer.
Roland has stayed out.
Oh, not again.
As has Donamo. Those guys will take fair positions.
He's going to try it again, isn't he?
I think he is. Well, to be fair to Roland, he's not in a bad position to do so. It's going to close everybody back up. I mean, it would have been a free stop, and then it would have been an outright pace, which I think...
Unfortunately, Donamo's going to lose out, but he's in the group rather than being out of the group. It wasn't far behind, but it also brings the likes of Rosa back into it as well. So
it does. Yep. He's now back in it. Brings all the guys who were out at the back into the race. So Jay Prentice, Tichy, Wiseboy, Thomas, and Rosa, who were there for various reasons. I think the two at the front of that, so Jay Prentice and Tichy, were there because of the...
It's probably me.
No, it won't be. It's me, because I had to run to sort of stream out.
Lovely.
So if people don't know, I am horribly unfit, so me running anywhere is actually quite a significant occurrence.
This could be a long safety car.
Oh, has Ethan got wing damage?
I don't think wing damage quite covers it.
Do you know, you couldn't have said that better. We cut to him just as he came over the brow of the hill, as you said, I don't think it quite covers it. To there being a sight of no wing at all.
Exactly, that was more my point. Yep.
Yeah, bless him.
So I go again, it's fine.
Or is he doing this to cycle tyres?
Really? You really think Ethan would do that to cycle tyres? I don't think he would.
No, I don't think he would either. Stumpy's in a lap after the rest of the pack, so that's going to drop him down to near enough last. Only Rosa will be behind him after his next wing change.
Doesn't matter, because he'll just join the back of the queue, that's how it works. Thank you for the 41 people who have joined in this evening. Hello.
Isn't it fantastic?
I'm sorry if I've just made a loud noise. I've just punched my mic at you.
You punched it?
Yeah, I was giving everyone an imaginary wave. Just.
I
punched it on the way back.
Fair enough. So Dynamo in P9 then. At the moment, I'll be honest, this mirrors what I did yesterday. What he's doing right now. I'm very proud of him.
I'm going to say a VSC for him later on in the race, or any kind of safety car, would be golden.
Yeah, if he was going to do the plan that I was doing, he'll be looking for a VSC on lap 21. Although those hard tyres will go the full race distance if necessary. So what did I get them to yesterday? Was it 33?
Yeah, somehow, and then you somehow managed to, I'm not going to use that word, get your way to 4th place.
You say that word. I think you'll find, as Spud pointed out earlier in the stream chat, it was tactical genius.
No! I appreciate what you were doing, but you were taking so much of a risk. Oh, God.
No, to be brutally honest, I took a gamble and it paid off massively, so...
Tichy and Wisey Boy are playing the game of who wants to give the position back first.
Yeah. And we've just had the AWS graphic for tyre strategy pop up, saying the pit window for the soft runners is now open. That'll have been a glitch there with those two.
Yeah.
Thankfully, as long as there's no...
Hang on, I need to get this across. Stop touching that curb, the inside of it. Stop doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need to go near it, you don't need to touch it.
Stop it.
You've just done it again for the 3rd time. Just leave it alone. A couple around here that you don't want to touch, that was also one of them that he's just gone through as well.
Yeah, the next one the field's coming up to is the other one. Turn 9, I believe.
So the other hairpin when we saw Robert's ridiculous move around the outside of me yesterday. I hate Robert. But congratulations, it was a good move. I even said at the time that was... There you go.
Safety car is in this lap. So the whole field is on the hard tyres, apart from Profodes and Rosa. Rosa having had to make an extra stop. Profodes having started on those tyres. Donamo on the hard tyres he started on. Everybody else fresh hard tyres. And it should be a race to the finish from here.
He needs to be careful when he goes because the pit lane entrance is quite far down the straight.
Yeah, it is.
We went...
And Falk falling foul of the restart procedure, but we get ready to go. Oh, Caladri's gone. That looks like a great restart. Alba's been caught napping. Asikome could be on the charge here.
Yeah.
Pulls to the outside. He's going to try it around the outside. He's got to watch out for Dynastics up the inside.
Yeah, they all need to be so careful. Oh, we've got a couple of spinners around the back. It's Donamo, Jamie. Ball, I think, has got away with it.
Yeah, he's still with the pack.
Damage.
Oh, that's going to be an extra pit stop, and he'll have that penalty taken away.
13th. Somehow.
Go on, Ethan! Get him, sod! Closing in on Stumpy as well. Oh, Stumpy's gone!
Oh no. Oh, I'll tell you what. If he's done what I think he's done very well there. I think he reversed out the way. Maybe.
I'm not so sure, but he's lucky not to have retired from that one. I just saw the back end step, and that's the danger with these tyres. They're a nightmare to keep temperature in, particularly behind the safety car.
Struggled yesterday, just the number of times VSC and safety car came out. It couldn't get no rhythm. You had to warm the back up again for 2 laps, and then it...
Yeah. That was the one thing I found with them yesterday, that keeping them warm when safety car VSC came out, you just couldn't do it.
So, other than that, everyone is fairly clean with Rowan because he used it. Got a large amount of ERS compared to everyone else, nearly down to half compared to the guys around him. Obviously quite worried about the DRS getting away from Lewis, but also trying to keep up with Dan in front, who's got the fresher tyres.
Yeah, we're on board at the moment with Asikome, who's chasing down the 2 leaders. He's playing the long game at the moment. I think that's something we've not seen from him for so far in cars. He's been very much I don't want to say impatient because it's the wrong word, but
Timmy, you've fallen down the well a bit.
Have I?
Can't hear. Oh, no, they back again.
Oh, we're back again. Good. Yeah, he's shown a bit more patience tonight. In the past, he's been very quick to make a move that wasn't quite open for him.
It's nearly there. It's there, Roland. It's away. There's the dreaded 1 second.
Yeah, he should be able to keep himself in there if he burns through his energy. But Dan, of course, will be pushing to try and keep him outside that window.
He's currently holding back the likes of Lewis, Fab, Jay Prentice up into 9, Titchy in 10.
Donamo, of course, the big loser after that spin on the restart. That's going to cost him. That's probably going to cost him the strategy, if I'm honest.
Fulton's lost out as well, considering you think where he was. He was what, 6th or 7th earlier, down to 13th off there. So it's a shame, but his pace looked pretty good, so he's not far off.
Donamo.
Oh, he's gone well off. That snapped the other way.
Yeah, we saw a couple of guys doing that yesterday. It's when you come through turn 7, if you can keep it out of the wall, well, if you can avoid doing what Stumpy did, chances are if you've lost it, you end up doing what Donamo's just done and going straight on there. He is now painting the track with some gravel dust, so that's nice of him. It's colourful. But he does have wing damage, so Donamo will be pitting in. From here though, if I'm him, I'm going soft. I'm not going to touch the mediums.
I'm pretty sure that Renault of Profolis has got a bullet set up because Lewis hasn't been able to get past yet. And the train is forming.
Dynastic's starting to put Asakome under pressure.
As expected, wants to take full advantage. I think Andreas on the first lap of this race, in terms of the championship, can make a significant indent into his fellow Danes' championship lead. Andreas will be hoping the likes of Asakome, Arba and Caladre can stop Dynastic's progress.
There's a discussion about tyres going on in the chat. Yeah, I got 33 out of the hards yesterday, and it was the most worn was at 68%. I mean, and you say with half of them under safety car, but the amount of work you have to put in to keep them warm sort of negates the benefit.
Wiggled.
Yeah, back end stepped out there for him.
Falk got past Lewis, by the way. I don't know if that was mentioned.
Yeah, nice, right on the back of Roland. So I don't think it'll be long before we see that move happen. That McLaren looking very, very pointy.
It looks
It's
a lot
set up.
better on the hard tyre than it was on the soft. A lot more comfortable.
Which would suggest to me that he was overheating that soft tyre, which is very hard to do on the hard tyre. So
Left front really works so hard around this track. Constantly on the move. Other than that, it's pretty. I say pretty sedated. It's going to spark.
here comes Falk and makes his way into P6.
Yep, I'm expecting Fulton to do the same on Rosa.
And we've got, yeah, he said if he could avoid spinning, he'd be sorted. Well, he's not managed to do it. Let's have a look, make sure there's no damage. Oh, big wing damage for Titch.
Yeah.
Big wing damage.
I think Titch was kind of letting Ethan through and he didn't realise it until late. And they're going to go side by side. We've already seen tears once tonight, not again.
Yeah. Jamie!
Jamie, don't do it, please! For the love of
Oh,
he's just run into the
straight
back
into the
of
back of Titchy. And wing damage for Jamie now as well.
Just patience. This is what we saw yesterday. Like people just.
Yeah, Donamo eyeing up a move on Stumpy.
Caladre got out of shape. Actually, once again, Caladre just seems to be maintaining the pace. Oh, that's going to got a fair exit down it. Should be interesting into turn one.
Yep, jumping back across. DRS keeping Arbar in second place at the moment. Just not quite got enough to get ahead of Caladre and get a run on him.
Lewis down the inside of Roland, so it's up in position. Jay Prentice is next in line, so medium's not really working at the moment.
They'll be coming towards the end of their...
He's had a little bit of a spin. Oh no, he's going to disqualify him. I can't really see where this is going.
No, I think he's alright.
Oh, he's just... Yeah,
He's got it going again. Well, we're looking at Jay Prentice, wasn't it? Next up on Roland. I think we'll see Roland stop soon.
I'm going to see the move for 16th place. It's going to be between Stumpy and Donamo. Oh, contact between them both. Donamo's out.
Oh, that, I mean, I only saw on the mini-map, but that looked like a late move there. From
got wing damage. VSC.
Yeah, do any of the leaders pit? None of the leaders do.
No,
Roland takes the opportunity though.
What's he going to go on to though?
He has to go soft. Has to. If he goes hard from here, he's stupid. He might as well have stopped with the rest of them. Yeah, soft tyres. Titchy's just made a stop, so that's unfortunate for him. But Roland is out, having only lost 4 places. So Well, 3 places actually.
Just going to be such a stretch, though. He's going to have to look after them.
He'll be hoping for another VSC or another full safety car at some point soon. Well, ideally by around lap 26, maybe 28.
Why is it with a 3-second penalty? That would be 4. Running wide at the last corner, because it always is.
Asakame dropping off the 2 at the front a little bit. Not enough to be concerned about, but Arbar now.
I think that's the thing, if they lose like a tenth or 2, they gain it back just down the straight. Arbar again, 4 out the final corner.
Yeah, and I know why. He's not using his ERS deployment out of the final turn onto the straight. He's using it elsewhere in the lap to close the gap, which...
I also think because it starts early on that second to last corner, he takes a little bit too much curve on the inside. See if he does it again.
Yeah. There's 2 ways of taking that corner I found yesterday. You either have to avoid the curb completely and open up the entry, or you've really got to attack it.
No, just avoid it. I was looking more for a cleaner exit. I was trying to avoid it and just carry the speed out of the corner.
Yeah, Tichy with the fastest lap there, 1 minute 10.7. But we'll see what Arbar does, because when you really attack it, you can almost sort of use it to pull the car into the corner if you get the inside tyre over that curb. But then you run the risk of losing traction on your exit, so it's a balancing act. I think he's going to have a run at it now. Use some ERS coming out of the corner. Not close enough though. He had a little bit of a moment on the exit, so...
That's the closest they've been though.
Asakame back in the running as well.
Thank you, Jans Noah. I've completely butchered that, I'm sorry.
Have you? Do you want to just have a look?
That's terrible. I'm going to sack myself from that job, I'm never going to do it again.
Do you know what? I think you've done alright. I'm just going to say Jan.
Thanks for
Thank you. Thank you. Muchas gracias. Even though that's probably not your...
Dynastics has gone past Asakome while we were
He
too
has.
busy. Very I'll tell you why that surprised me, because that's not a straight I think he was going to try and get past.
No, and Asakame needs to make the move back, or at least try to. We've got, that's Wisey Boy I think, isn't it, at turn 1. Here to clip the curb.
With the front wing damage, is he going to go past? Here we go. No, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm amazed Stumpy's carrying on those tyres. I know he's trying to get to a point where he can pit for softs, but that's about now. So
He'll be now.
I would have thought that he would have gone for it under VSC, but
there's a bloke in 5th that's got closer.
yeah, I think that's because the 2 in front were fighting. We'll see if it's sustained.
Lewis pressurising Falk. I expected Falk to be actually pressurising Dan for 5th. It's kind of not there at the moment.
Yeah, let's ride on board with Lewis for a little bit and see what Falk's like driving. Is he going defensive anywhere? Is he compromising his lines to keep Lewis behind him and then compromising his own run at P5?
I think this is the closest Lewis has been for a little bit. He's been hovering around 8 attempts. He's just got a little bit closer. Doesn't look like it. He's actually managing his ERS well.
Yeah.
Even more than Lewis as well.
Yeah, Stumpy has come in there.
Dynastics has made a mistake, didn't
He has, yeah. Now we'll watch this with great interest, because if he can get back inside that second window, it could be quite dull. But if he just stays out of it,
would like to get him back inside that second window. Have a top 5 going for the win. That would be interesting.
Well, the main reason I'm asking is because Asakome could be lining up a move. Roz has gone turn 3.
He's doing so well. He was a bit off-roading, but he was 12th. Something happened out in front, he had the chance. Could have been some points.
Yeah, and Dynastics, I think, might just have the DRS. Yeah, he does, just.
But he's burned actually a bit of ERS to get that back.
Yeah, he has. Pulled out too soon, broke that toe, and lost his chance of the slingshot.
So it's closer ever still, but still not enough.
And Jamie makes his way past Rosa up the through the second DRS zone.
I think for the likes of Rosa, Stumpy, Wisey Boy, stay out there. Anything can happen. Also, yeah, you haven't raced. Some of you, a couple of you haven't raced for a while. There's a couple of you on the wheel, so it's good practice.
It is. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Nightbot, for reminding me. Contest of Speed now has an iRacing team. Everybody. KV is he's the main man for that, having left Tier 2 to go up to iRacing on a more permanent basis. They did their first race at the weekend a couple of days ago. You can check that out on our YouTube channel. They qualified on. Yeah, no, I saw it turn 9, I think, isn't it? Down there, yeah. I think he'll have clipped the curb. Yeah, he'll have clipped the curb, I think. So that is another auto spin.
Yeah, they raced Donington last week.
Yeah, qualified on pole.
And the week before they it's just that past all the leaders coming through. This is going to be interesting. And they raced the week before at Alton Park. I think I was correct in saying. So a couple of races for the new outfit and going well. 2 teams. Gone from 1 team to 2 teams.
Yes. If any of you guys are watching our iRacing drivers, you can join that team if you head over to our Discord. You can find the link on our website, so contestofspeed.com.
Oh, well, Ethan, that was clever.
As he taking advantage of the leaders to get ahead of Wisey Boy. Good man.
Wisey Boy quite nicely got out of the way, got on the exit curve.
Yeah, then Ethan.
And then he was like, alright, sweet, free position, got bumped, but Wisey Boy's now got his
snuck his way through. It is it's a 5-way battle for that first position. Caladre has
really dropped off.
Yeah, he has.
Very much in the hunt, fight for the lead.
Caladre's led from the lights so far. Has looked relatively comfortable, Arvar not having the pace to get ahead.
The Dynastics out of the top 5 has made the most progress. Up 3 places, that's coming down 1, but it's kind of what we expect, as Dynastic has been a quicker driver in the recent races.
Dynastics has his fan club in the chat, all wanting him to push on for victory.
Still alive here.
But what this does do is open the championship wide open. If it stays as it is, Andreas will have to beat him on track at some point to keep the title.
ERS percentages are crucial. Obviously, the leading car we expect to have the least, and he does.
Oh, Caladre.
Yeah, feeling the pressure.
A little bit too much pace, a little bit late on the brakes.
Dynastic has to come and have the same. Dan has the most at the back, but that's kind of expected because he's got the DRS and the slipstream from everyone else in front. So it's going to be who is going to make the least amount of mistakes and who can force someone into making a crucial mistake. It could be costly.
Yeah. Let's have a look at TAS then. Let's see if we've got any penalties from the leaders. Nothing at the moment. Asakome is the closest on 2 warnings. Everybody else up there has 1.
Wouldn't be surprised the way he just attacked that curb.
Falk at the moment is on for the Platinum Award.
Is it Golden Wizard Award?
Yes, Golden.
Platinum is for the entirety of the season.
Oh no, he's not. He's got to stop and go.
Oh, brutal! Oh, that's for Jay Prentice as well.
Yep.
Oh, let me see. Let me have a look. So that will be he's got a warning anyway.
That'll be for contact because he's not got one for time. Yeah.
No,
what I mean,
he's exceeding track limit for that 19.
Ooh.
Oh, no, everyone else is all good, and it should be how it is.
Yeah. Caladra just picked up his second, so he really is feeling the pressure now. Let's have a look at the tyre wear, see how people are getting on. Arbar with the most wear, being stuck in the dirty air of the car in front.
The thing is, they're still maintaining the gap to out behind. I expect the other way around just to be close. Oh, Thomas, 3 seconds. Now that could be interesting to the batsman fallen as Arbar on my screen momentarily went to first and back in second.
I think that's someone getting out of the way in sector 3.
Moving himself out of the way. It's an old EU3 battle down there. Him and Stumpy.
Stumpy.
Oh, Rosa. Fight him to the death. Come on.
Ram him! No, don't ram him. Don't do that.
No, I can't say that either because I'll get in trouble saying that one. Are they just setting it up for... I think Thomas spoke about this yesterday. Are they just setting it up with just 1 lap to go?
It'd be interesting, wouldn't it? 5 cars, line astern at the moment.
Oh, but under fuel, Danny. That's interesting. I've just seen that for the first time.
Burning all his energy to try and get ahead of Caladre, but he's not close enough coming out of sector 3. I think he's running less wing.
Oh, Dynastics is now right at the back and pushing him through.
Yeah, he is, but he's got the rev glitch, so I can't even stay with him. Let's watch from Asakome's point of view.
He's gone through it early. Using overtake to go around the outside.
I've held the drift spectacularly, but then Asakome loses an end plate in the melee. Yeah. Dan goes through. Asakome's lost it, and that's us down to 4. Nothing that Arbar could do about that. Nothing Asakome could do either.
Oh, Fouts just dropped it. He's dropped it on the corner. Lewis is up to 6th.
Full course safety car is out. The leaders will stop for the softs, and we've got a sprint finish.
Asakome's still alive.
He will be, yeah. Rosa right down at the back of the pack. Should have plenty of time to...
They've got to gap to Jay Prentice if they're feeling brave.
Yeah, if I'm... Let's have a look then. Gap to the leaders. They should all be able to get in and out.
Oh.
Caladre continues. No, so does Dynastics. So does Arbar. Does Dan? Yeah, he does.
Come in, of course. Lewis, stay out. Why not? Now, we're on lap 32. Maybe because they've got 2 laps to go and they're not going to get DRS. That could be their theory. This happened yesterday. It's exactly the same thing happened yesterday.
Yeah, but the pace the softs had relative to the used hards of the guys around me yesterday was inexplicably bigger. It was the kind of where you just want to, where someone's driving as hard as they can and you just sail around the outside. It was that level of pace. With it being a full safety car, don't write Asakome off here.
No, very much alive.
Yeah. particularly with the guys around him. I think he'll get ahead of Jay Prentice, and I think he'll get ahead of Lewis. Top 4 might be a push. It'll be interesting.
So important.
Yeah, it is.
Keep those tyres, get them warm early. Don't leave it too late.
The problem I had yesterday was right rear. That was the one that I couldn't get any temperature into. And it's the one you need for the final corner, because that's the one you're loading up.
So safety car will stay on another lap. That'll be lap 33. We probably could have 3 laps of racing here, depending on how the grid is going.
Well, it came in lap 34 yesterday. It only did 1 lap.
Who's that Dumpy's coming in again?
See, if I was an Arbar or a Dynastics or a Dan, I would have pitted seeing Caladro stay out, because he's not going to have the pace if you go to softs. I mean, it's a gamble, but at worst you're going to come out where Asakome is in P7 with Jay Prentice and Lewis to get past, and that would be, I don't want to disrespect either of those guys, but with the tyres they're on and the relative pace to the leaders, that's easy pickings. See, they're playing safe, and we want excitement.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be exciting regardless. I feel it's going to be 5, 6 drivers on used hards up against a whole entire pack behind them on that's either used, or if they've saved some in qualifying, a brand new set of soft tyres.
Yeah, which
safety car could be staying out again. Depends how quickly Jamie picks this up.
I think it'll be coming in.
It wouldn't surprise me. Yellow lights, safety car is in this lap. We're going to have, Danny, 3 laps. Sprint finish.
Yes, it'll be good fun.
Well, Draggy, I don't think you saw what happened yesterday. Soft tyres the last couple of laps was not pleasant to defend against.
No, I mean, you had... at the end you had a...
I was in the top 6 boat.
You were in the... You were essentially R-bar in this, weren't you?
Yes. It wasn't pleasant.
So...
Why is he with 5 seconds?
Collision with Asakome. So why is he out of order?
He's a lap down though, so...
Yeah, so let's see, when does Caladro choose to go? He's gone for it. Dynastics not sleeping this time, but Caladro's still going
to have Jay Prentice all the way down. It's Lewis going to look for the inside on Dan. Dan's going to hold him around the outside, possibly. Who knows?
Keep an eye on Asakome. Could go for something spectacular if he gets the right run here. Down under pressure. Here goes Asakome. He's passed Lewis as well. He could try round the outside of turn 3 on Dan. He does. He's going for it. He's up into P4 already. Great move from the Italian. That Ferrari on an absolute flyer. This is what we said. We've got a man off at the back. That's for Roland, I think.
Oh, it's Thomas down the inside of Lewis. Oh, he's done it. What a move!
Those soft guys are just going to be absolute rockets through these final, through this final sector. Asakome eyeing up R-bar now for 3rd place. The Italian's still in this. You can see what I mean about the soft tyres. Look at them go.
I'll tell you what though, I think Dan may be saved by the fact that Thomas has absolutely just used all his ERS already for 1 lap.
Thomas does have a penalty as well. Asakome then, eyeing up R-bar now. We're going to ride on board with him all the way, I think.
1 lap for DRS at the end, Danny. So that was 1 lap. This will
Asakome, much better exit than R-bar. ERS deployed, tucks in behind. We'll get the tow from Dynastics. Can brake later, can turn in later, and get round that corner. Takes 3rd place. Dynastics next up the road for him. 2 laps to go. The clouds come over. The track will cool now. That's going to help him even more on those soft tyres.
Yeah, Jay Prentice under pressure from the soft guys, absolutely getting swallowed up. Lewis still about hanging on in 7th.
Yep, Fallen's made his way past Jay Prentice. Jamie the next man. Thomas eyeing up a move on Dan, but will stay with the front 3. Asakome getting closer and closer to the back of that Renault of Dynastics. They've been on the pace with one another all race long, these 5. But now there's one of them who is in the driving seat, and if he can get himself ahead of Dynastics on this next lap, he's in prime position for the win.
Dynastics 70% ERS. Caladre already burned it, knows it's on its coming on. Asakome only on 20%, Danny. This is the problem though.
It doesn't matter. It won't matter. Dynastics can burn through it all, but ultimately, in the corners, Asakome will be king. He's just got to keep it on the island now, and he should be able to get past Dynastics. The win might be away from him now. Oh, goes into the back of the Renault.
Oh, Lewis has picked up 3 seconds. That's going to damage his race. Fulton's gone past. Fulton up into 7th.
Yeah, Jamie unable to get past Jay Prentice at the moment, but close enough. Could make a move with DRS assistance.
Tichy also alive. The penalties in front could pick up a point for Alfa Romeo.
Dynastics is going to be under pressure, but oh, Asakome! He's going to have a look for it on the inside into turn 9. Gets a nudge. Both of them with DRS.
I think Dynastics is just going to hold this one off.
You'd think Asakome needs to think about the position now. This will be the first race he's finished, and it'll be a podium finish at that. Unlucky not to be able to get any higher. One more lap, I think we would have seen a completely different story. But it's Caladre to win, led from lights to flag. Dynastics in second.
Oh, and the podium.
Oh, Asakome, no! Dropped out on penalties, must have picked that up late on.
Armor ran out of fuel as he crossed the line. Dan managed to drag him.
Yeah. What a brilliant finish. Profoda's then the last man to cross, having had that spin on the restart which put him out of contention. Should still come home in P12 though. Not the worst position for him after being a late understudy. So Caladre then with the victory. Let's see who got fastest lap. In the end it was Tichy with that 10.7.
And gets that extra point, finished 8th in the end.
Yep, so takes that point. So I think we're getting a pattern with Zandvoort, aren't we?
Yep.
Few safety cars, including the late one, and then brilliant drama.
Can I just say though, and I'm agreeing with the chat on this one, superbly managed by Caladre.
Yeah, and I mean it's a rarity now. We get a racing cars where someone leads from lights to flag, constantly having someone within a second behind them. In fact, I think that there's only a handful of tracks where it's technically possible, and he's like you say, superbly managed in that race.
Under all sorts of pressure.
Yeah. So Caladre takes the win then, and I believe that's his first win in COS. So first pole, first win. If he had the fastest lap, he would have the COS Grand Slam. Unfortunately misses out just on that. Dynastics in second and Dan Robbo round off the podium. Arbar P4, he'll be happy I think, all said and done. Fallen P5, great finish for him at the end of there. Asakome drops to P6 after a fantastic final few laps. Unlucky for him there with that penalty. Thomas P7, Tichy P8, Lewis P9 and Jamie P10. Those are your point scorers. Outside the top 10 then, Profoda's 12th, Stumpy 13th, Rosa 14th, Wisey Boy 15th, and your DNFs, Falk, Donamo, Pure Blades and Dracer.
May be able to get that removed. Maybe, who knows? We'll find out.
We shall see.
It didn't pop up on the screen. It was with Wisey Boy, and Wisey Boy had the so that explained it.
Yep.
Drama, Danny, drama.
Drama. So let's get these guys in. We'll have a chat. If you guys can get your votes in for driver of the day, please, in the chat. As I get the winner's car. on screen. It's not the first time we've seen a Haas this season, but it is the first time we've had it for Caladre and not for Andreas. So at least some change to the norm on the podium.
Yeah.
Tweak my audio a little bit. Right then, now that he's here, we'll start with third place, Dan.
Yeah.
Do you regret not stopping under that last safety car?
No.
No? Because I could have sworn someone would have stopped just to take the gamble.
No. Wasn't worth it. No in front stopped, so I weren't stopping. I was doing the same as everyone in front.
Fair enough.
I was confident on the hards, so there's no reason to stop.
Yeah. So I think half the chat would be quite cross with me if I didn't ask about that lap one coming together with Andreas. Just talk us through it. Yeah.
So I knew we were alongside, but when the actual contact was made, I've got no idea.
So from what we could see, it was turn 6, 7.
At some point going up the hill, but I've got no idea when it happened because I had no collision warning.
To be fair.
Turn 1, 2 and 3 was bumper cars with, Christ,
Yeah.
it was a lot of people down there because I've got a shocking start. But
It looked racing incident, if I'm honest. But
it's difficult to say. I've not looked back at the footage. It's difficult to say at the moment. Obviously, it's a tough part of the track to go side by side, as was proven later on between R-Bar and I don't know who was next to, but he had a half spin, didn't he? So it's a difficult part of the track to do it. But I've not looked back at the incident yet, so I don't know.
Fair play. But, managing to grab yourself a podium, would you have taken that at the start? Was it what you were expecting?
I was expecting. Well, I don't know. I didn't back the quali pace, but it ended up being fairly decent. And I think I would have loved it not to be a safety car at the end because I was starting to really close in the top 4 pack in front. And I was the fastest man on track, I think. Well, I was fastest out of the top 4 for about 3 or 4 laps before the safety car came out. So I would have liked to not have a safety car, but I will.
Fair play. But congratulations on P3, mate. Well done. We will see you again soon. Moving on then, P2, Dynastics. Where are you?
Yeah, I'm here.
So, big thing then. 18 points in the championship with no reply from Andreas.
Well, that's probably one of the only positive thing I could bring from this race. Been 18 points closer to the championship. That's nice when I'm about 100 points behind at the moment. So yeah.
So just talk us through your racing, because it looked as though you were not stuck behind everybody, but you were caught in the train. There was no way out of it.
It's just Sanford. It's like Monaco. It's really hard to overtake, and you have to get it right. Really centered when you try to overtake, like I did on the Red Bull. I don't know if you saw that on the hill. Did a really good nice overtake around the outside.
Yeah, I think we did.
But yeah, it was a shame. My controller just decided to shut down in the middle of the qualifying, so that's why I retired. And yeah, just like someone switched the master switch off or something. So I got some issues before the race even begun. So, but anyway, got from P7 to P2. Yeah.
As far as damage limitation goes, not bad. Not bad. Well played, mate. Good job, P2. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. And moving on then to a man who not only got his first pole position tonight, but his first win as well in Contest of Speed. He's also been voted Driver of the Day. Kaladre, go on, talk us through it.
I'm just so happy. Yeah, the qualifying was just perfect. I beat my PB with like 2/10, so I didn't expect that at all. But yeah, probably one of the best tracks to get a pole position. Yeah. So.
And then you led from lights to flag. You made it look easy.
Well, I can assure you that was not easy at all. I don't think I had someone out of the DRS at some point in the race. It was just like, I don't know if they were just faster than me and they couldn't overtake, or you can get rid of people here, but it was just really hard race, trying to use the overtake on the right spots, and you just don't harvest on this track, so really hard to defend.
Yeah, but so you kept Arbar at bay for the whole race pretty much, and then towards the end it was Dynastics, of course. But, at any point did you think that you couldn't win that?
Well, once I got my second warning, I was like, if I get a warning too, then I'm out of top 5. We were just so close, so I was driving a lot more careful in the last 5-6 laps, but then the safety car came, and I don't know if it was good for me or bad for me. I was pretty sure that nobody would pit, so
yeah. Did you think about it?
Well, I consider it, but I remember I watched the EU3 race last night, and all the people who pitted there just lost big time. So yeah, it's a track that you can't overtake on with DRS, and I think the DRS got enabled on the last lap, so it would just make it even more harder. And I saw that, I don't know if it was a Ferrari behind Dynastics that couldn't overtake him as well, even though he was on the softs. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think it would have been a good idea to pit.
Well, it certainly paid off at the end of it. But like I say, you guys have had a great race tonight, all three of you. But Kaladra, you got voted Driver of the Day as well by the guys in the chat. So if you managed to get fastest lap tonight, you'd have had the COS Grand Slam.
Yeah.
And there's only 2 people who've ever done that before.
Maybe another race, but I don't think I could have driven any better today, so I'm just so happy.
Yeah, but and you deserve to be happy as well, mate. You've earned it. So congratulations once again. Go and enjoy yourself. Go and take the plaudits from the rest of your Danish contingent.
Yeah. I'll try.
Well played, mate. We will end the stream there then, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the stream, make sure you hit that follow button on Twitch. Make sure you hit subscribe as well if you're feeling generous. If you want to support us more so, you can do by heading over to our merch store, contestspeed.live/merch. If you're watching this video back later on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe and share the video. We will love you forever with that support. If you want to watch some more cars, you can do. You can tune in at Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 10 PM in the UK to watch EU tiers 3, 2, 1 and 4. But if you're from across the pond and you want to watch some guys who are more accustomed to your time zone, you can do so on Tuesday and Wednesday for America's 2 and 1. We'll be handing over to Perry, Bursey and DK for tonight's AM2 race. That will be going ahead in about 90 minutes? 2.5 or 90?
2.5.
Have their clocks changed yet?
2.5, I think.
2.5. 9 PM Eastern. That's when it is.
Just do that.
Yeah, 9 PM Eastern. So make sure you go and show some love on that stream as well. We'll be back next week from Sochi for the Russian Grand Prix and round 16 of 22. Make sure you tune in then. Thank you again very much for watching. Good night.